What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Savvy Sips, the podcast where we shake things up and take you behind the scenes of this crazy bartending world. I'm your host, Gabby. Please bear with me, Owens, okay? It's been a little rough, shaky morning, all right? But, we're going to get through it. I'm a bartender here at DFW Bartending, and I'm so pumped to be turning it into another round. This episode of Savvy Sips is brought to you by DFW Bartending, your go-to for bartending and liquid catering services across the North Texas area. From intimate mixers to full-blown tailgates, we keep the good times flowing. Before we dive in, you already know what time it is, baby. It is our cocktail of the week. Today's cocktail of the week is going to be a dragon fruit paloma, a smooth, slightly sweet mixed tequila, dragon fruit syrup, grapefruit juice, topped with Topo Chico, laid back, low key, and a little strong, just like our guest today. We'll be posting full recipes on all of our socials at DFW Bartending on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. So make sure you go grab your shakers and mix along. Today's guest is someone who's been shaking up events across DFW with us. He's calm, under pressure, and fast with a pour. Please welcome Joseph Roach. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right. What's up, my boy?
Hey, I'm here.
I know that's
Thanks
right.
for having me.
Yes, sir. How you doing today?
Doing good.
You excited to be here?
I am.
I know that's right, my man. I know that's right. Well, welcome to the podcast, bro. Welcome to the podcast. So why don't you go ahead, give a little introduction on yourself, what you do, how you became a bartender, how you got here to DFW Bartending.
Yeah. So my name's Joseph. I work in staffing. So I work for a company called Express Employment Professionals throughout the week. And then, of course, do DFW on the side. Got a family of 3 right now and got one on the way. So really excited about
buddy. That. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. With that, came from a military family, moved around a lot. So born in Texas, lived in Cali for 10, Michigan for 3, right around Detroit.
Okay.
Then came back to Texas for college, played a little bit of football, finished, got my degree, met my wife, and yeah.
Yep. Right on, man. I know you do events with us, right? But what do you do on the outs of DFW? I mean, clearly you just said that, but can you actually break that down a little bit as far as kind of go into details?
Yeah.
What you do?
Yeah, of course. So Express is a staffing agency. So similar to where we staff for bartenders, and I know especially on the administrative side of DFW bartending, they probably experience similar things, but we help anybody from a general laborer who's just looking to get their life back on track, all the way up to higher skill positions, HVAC techs, HR managers, welders. I mean, you name it. If it's a position in the workforce, we do staff for it. So I really enjoy it. It's a way to help people and just be intentional with other people. And every day I go to work, I mean, my goal is to provide hope for everybody that I work with and everybody that I interact with.
Right. So do people go through y'all to find certain jobs out here? Is it like a temp agency type of deal or?
Yeah. So we do a little bit of everything. So we might have a company that reaches out and says, hey, we need people for 4 hours today, and we're just going to unload a truck. But we're obviously not going to hire somebody long term.
Right.
But then we also have the other side of things where it's a company that they use us as like an evaluation, kind of the middle ground. So you start a new job and you usually work 90 days evaluation. You either stay or you don't.
Or you go.
So for us, we're kind of an opportunity for these companies to be in the middle and kind of stand in the gap and give them an opportunity to try the person without having to go through their hiring process, which, believe it or not, can be expensive.
Yeah. Getting certain licenses for certain fields.
And then on top of that, we do direct hire as well. So if it's a higher level skill position and maybe there's all sorts of rules and regulations for different positions, maybe an HVAC tech can't work as an evaluation, which basically just means they're working through our company but working at that job site. So we also do direct hire too. So basically headhunt at that point for talent. And then go through the interview process and then just release them right away to that company.
Okay, so y'all deal with that instead of that actual company having to deal with the whole interview process,
right?
And all
and
that good
the
stuff.
actual like recruiting dollars that goes into it,
got you.
and dealing with the rejection too. I mean, by the time we send the person there, they already want the job.
Yeah, no,
you know,
sure.
and not just like,
sure.
oh,
No,
like I'm not
absolutely.
interested. I was just Indeed clicking, you know,
Yeah.
or you click on 30 jobs, you know. I mean, oh my gosh, so many times I call and they're, I'm like, are you interested in this position? Wait, what job is this for again? Wait, hold up. I live in Fort Worth. I don't want to work in Hutchins. And it's like, okay, cool. Well, I mean, maybe if you read, you know, the rec, we wouldn't be here. But,
right.
I mean, that's just part of the job. And you handle it with grace as much as you can. And yeah, I think we've all been kind of doom scrolling with the applying for different jobs
especially
before.
Indeed.
So,
oh my gosh, as soon as your information is out there, it's just you're getting all types of stuff from everywhere, and it's just like, I'm not that. That's not what I'm looking for. Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for
even though I applied for it. But hey.
Thank you for thinking about me, though. I appreciate it for sure. How do you feel like that job influenced you into the bartending world?
Yeah, I think, I mean, a couple things. One, I definitely understand the importance of, from being an employee of DFW Bartending, the importance of making good on your commitments, doing what you said you would do, when you would do it, as you said you were going to do it. I think that's just absolutely vital, because I deal with that all the time with people that, on both sides, people that do right and then people that don't do right.
I think we all do.
And so for me, I take a lot of pride in making sure if I commit something, I do it, even if other things came up. Ultimately, when you make a commitment to somebody, you should keep it. So I think that that's something that I already had the head knowledge of, but being in staffing, it really came full circle where it's like, I know what it's like to be on that other end side. When somebody calls in, and I know what it's like to have to try to smooth something over with a client when somebody's 20, 30 minutes late, an hour late, whatever the case is. And then of course in the event, you know, and in my case for staffing, while they're working the job, having to stand in the middle when somebody does something wrong or disrespect somebody, which of course goes hand in hand with bartending as well. And then also on the other end of things, I interact with so many different people from so many different walks of life. I mean, people.
So it teaches you how to deal with any and everybody that comes your way. For sure.
And I deal with people that are, you know, fresh out of prison of 30 years, all the way up to people that.
What's that experience like? Talking to somebody like that that's been thrown back out into the world.
Yeah. So
try to start life over.
You know, and one thing I will say is, those people in those situations, they tend to be your hardest worker because they know what it's like and they're not trying to go back. I think that they're very, for the most part, very humble because they know they need somebody to give them a shot. So they're not picking, they're not choosing. And I will say that's probably the most rewarding part of my job.
I know that
is when we have people come in that, your average company is just going to throw their resume to the side and just not even mess with it. But like I was talking about, being able to stand in the gap, that's just so precious to me, to be able to be like, you know what, I know your situation, but I can tell your heart. And also people don't realize, but especially if you're like in prison, not just jail, but like if you've been in prison, you work while you're in there. There's all sorts of jobs that you're in and titles that you have. And even though you're in an unfortunate situation, you were still working, you know, and you were still
discipline, commitment,
exactly
behind that.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's definitely rewarding. But then, on the other side, when I'm in the moment and I'm bartending for somebody from a DFW perspective, I feel like I'm pretty good at handling the people that can be more difficult, and then just understanding that they have a story too. And as silly as it sounds, in the middle of a wedding, when somebody gets mad at you because you did salt instead of tahini, or you messed up a drink, or the line was taking too long, a lot of the times that's not why they're upset. There's other things going on in life, and you know
I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe bride's mom is upset about something, but it's taken out on you, or maybe, you know, there's so many factors. But I think it's important as a bartender to remember that 9 times out of 10 it isn't you, and you need to handle that with grace, and you need to be able to understand that we're all people.
Yeah,
we've all gotten sideways with people before when they don't deserve it. So
absolutely.
So yeah.
All right, while bartending, is that your time to get loose, have a good time, not be so serious?
Yeah.
Do you take advantage of that time?
Absolutely.
Do you really?
I really do, because so for me, my wife Serena, she also works for DFW, as you know, and people have always asked us, like friends and family have said, like, man, you guys, especially in fall and winter. I mean, we're every weekend, I said, like, why do you guys do that? Like, you could be going to do other things and everything. And yeah, that's true. And there's time for that. You fit it in where you can. But I feel like I'm in a unique situation where me and Serena try to work events together, and we just enjoy time together. I mean, who doesn't want to go to a wedding and get paid with their significant other?
Yeah, right.
And then also, I mean, you're making drinks and you're having senseless conversations with people and just enjoying that. So, of course, every job has its struggles and its difficulties, but I do enjoy it more than I don't, for sure.
Yeah, I know that's right, man. I got to get a shift with you one day, man. I feel like I haven't worked a shift with you in like forever.
Yeah,
forever.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Y'all are gonna have to split for a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, okay.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna take them. All right, and I'm gonna show them a good time. All right,
we're gonna do it.
No, I will. Right on.
Never a dull moment with Gabby. Never a dull moment.
All right. So, what's one of the wildest, funniest, or like most unexpected things you've experienced at an event?
Oh man, I mean, I think I've been pretty fortunate that like I haven't had anything super crazy. I mean, I've heard from other people some crazy stories. Anything from guests that might have had a little too much drinks and they start kind of acting crazy, talking a little bit crazy. But for me, I would probably say, it was at least 2 years ago, maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
I was working an event with 2 other bartenders, or I guess a bartender and a bar back. And it was a package that we provided, but they just started getting a little crazy, handing drinks over to people that weren't of age and, all that.
Mm-hmm.
And the officer that was working that day was not playing. So we did have a situation where, the bar was closed early and it was a whole ordeal, and we had to.
They shut it down?
Yeah, they shut it down. And it was to the point where they were like, oh, well, we paid for it, so you can't leave, blah, blah. Yeah. And it's like one of those things where it's like, we want you to have a good time, but at a certain point, after you've been told no 3 times about something, you just got to be careful. And ultimately, we've got to be safe and take care of business too. So, being escorted out of a wedding with product is one of those things where you don't want to experience it again, because it's not fun. But
y'all had to be escorted?
Yeah. It was one of those things where they were not happy at all.
Nah.
But
yeah, bottle. I wish you would.
Yeah, I mean,
and
just be responsible.
That's crazy. You have to be escorted out.
That's why Texas requires the officers like they do. I mean, it seems crazy, but you got to be careful.
I mean, yeah, of course, it all makes sense.
Yeah,
alcohol's involved. And,
yeah,
sometimes people get a little crazy.
Yeah,
escorted. That's never happened. Now I kind of want that to happen.
Yeah, make you feel popular.
Hey, that's what y'all get.
You're a celebrity, right? Yeah.
Now we're out of here.
You got somebody like helping you get out the door and drive down the road.
Oh, that is hilarious. That's crazy, yo.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest drink request you've ever had?
Gosh.
Wait, before that question, how long have you been bartending?
So, with DFW, I think about 5 years or so, something like that. And then before that, a few years. So I'd say like 7 to 8 years total for me. So
did you start in a restaurant?
Yeah. So started off just as a server and always wanted to bartend, but needed to master the serving part first, like anybody, And that was just, I started serving, the second I was able to in Michigan at 16 years old at a Bob Evans kitchen. So kind of like IHOP meets like a Coney Island kind of thing. So
for sure.
Anything. And then worked my way up from there. And worked at Olive Garden, which is where I met Serena back in 2018.
Wow.
2018, 2019. So then she was a bartender there. So, of course, I'm trying to interact with Serena more. So she kind of showed me the basic ropes there. And then we both moved over to a new Chili's that had opened in Midlothian and just kind of worked our way up from there. And I love it. I mean, the interactions you get to have with people, connections you make, and
the restaurant is super fun.
Yeah, I mean, your regulars. I mean, that's one thing about DFW that you don't get in the regular bartending world is your regulars, with the exception of like some different contracts we have where we're working some stadium games and stuff like that. Now that's fun.
There. I mean, right. Yeah. That's definitely the fun part about the restaurant is the regulars, the people that you meet, and you just get to have fun. Not saying that you don't here, but I don't know. In that type of setting, it's different. It's different.
There's not as many. In a restaurant, nobody is worried about the timeline and worried about the band
it's coming
or
in,
the DJ or
is it
the
happy
food.
Hour?
Exactly. And then also they're there for more for a long time than like an immediate good time. Where at an event, the bar could be open for as little as an hour or two, all the way up to like 4 or 5. But a lot of the time, it's not much longer than 5 hours. So, you're not coming to talk college football with me for a whole Saturday afternoon. Then get your drink and then go say hi to grandma and all that. So,
for real. Okay, now, what's the weirdest drink request you've ever gotten?
Gosh, I mean, I would probably say, without saying a specific drink, I think the weirdest encounters when I have that is probably when people come over and they're like, "Yeah, I'm a bartender."
I hate those moments.
And then how the rest of that conversation goes.
Oh, really?
And then they're like, "Can I do this, this, and this?" And I'm like, I'll make it, but your name's on this one. I am not taking credit for that because I already know that's not going to taste good. So I can't think of a very specific instance, but I have had that happen several times where everyone thinks they're a master, and then when they get into it, they're like,
they start creating stuff. Somebody, I wish I could remember. It was like Fireball and Fireball and pickle juice.
Sounds awful.
That sounds terrible. And he was amping it up. He had a couple of them too. I was like, "What, bro?"
And even if he didn't like it, he was just doubling down on it because he had to make it convincing.
He had to get that down. He had to. At this point, you liked all of us talking about how good it was, and I can look at your face right now. Like, look at your face, bro. Yeah, pickle juice and Fireball. That one threw me for a loop. I think I just walked away on that one.
Absolutely.
I mean, I don't know what you want me to even say to that. I'm not gonna be like, "Oh, really? I'm gonna try it." Because no, I'm not actually. I'm not.
Oh, or when people put, I don't know. I'm not a wine drinker myself, but when people start putting soda in their wine, and then some ice cubes and stuff, and then they make it like a spritzer. But to me, it's like, I don't know. If you're gonna, that'd be like taking a beer and just throwing some Sprite in there and just like, I want it a little sweet. I don't know.
Add a couple more bubbles to it.
Yeah. I don't know about all that, but that's just me.
I know that's right. Has there ever been a time where you had to fake knowing what a drink was, just winging it? Rather, you're like fresh out of training, or somebody just came to you and say, "Hey, let me get this," and you said, "Okay," and just made something.
I'll say with that, I think everybody, no matter how long you've been bartending, I kind of think of bartending and just the lingo that goes into it as it's just all different languages, different dialects. I mean, there's people that say they want one thing. You get 5 people order the same drink and they're going to call it something else.
Yeah.
So you have to just slowly learn all those. But what I will say is if I ever don't know, I pull the whole, I need to get some extra cups. Or hold on, let me go grab one more drink. So I got to like lean over the bar underneath to grab the cups. And I'm like over here looking up what I need to get. Hey, that's the best way to do it because then you don't fall on your face. And like, how mad can they be? I'm under the bar and I'm getting them cups so I can make their drink. I'm sorry. Or, hey, let me just make sure I got that juice for that drink, and then just make it happen one way or another. So, and then there are sometimes, if you make a drink wrong and like, I don't know, let's just say you're making a ranch water and you accidentally grab the vodka bottle and then you just, you're like, oh crap. And they're walking away. You can't really say anything at that point.
I don't know. Either they're
Let's
gonna
see.
notice and turn around, or if they don't,
Or you get away with one.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it happens to the best of us. But yeah, I definitely pull the whole let me get that extra ingredient for you real quick. And
I'll do that real quick, fast, in a hurry. Or I've gotten to the point where it's just like, you know what, I have it. So what's in it? You know, I'll just sit there and ask them what's in it.
Right,
then I can see if I can make it.
If it's something for sure that I'm like, if they're calling it something outlandish or something, then I'll just flat out ask, because I'm like, I don't even think ChatGPT is gonna know what that is.
Yeah,
they're just gonna be like, in all different places, things call things
with the craziest names.
Yeah, so I think I just take that in stride. If it's like a football game and we're busy, I'll just ask them. I don't have time to do all that. But if we're working a wedding or a situation where we're not 20 people deep on a line, then yeah, I might pull that card. And,
for sure. Or like I said, what's in it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sometimes you just got to be straight.
I'm over it. I don't got time to fake it anymore. Judge me. I don't care.
Absolutely.
What kind of event do you love working the most?
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day.
Depends on the day. Man, I think all of them have their benefits, but I will say honestly, I do enjoy weddings because for the most part, and of course everything changes a little bit here and there, but there's typically a schedule. There's typically you're gonna have a cocktail hour, then people are gonna kind of work their way towards food, and then more drinks, and then they're gonna have to sit down and do like speeches, first dances, and then the last part of it's a party. So that's always fun. The music starts bumping, and you're just head down the whole time making drinks, and just.
So you like the chill, laid back kind of events, man?
Yeah. I mean, well, I like when it starts off slow and everyone's just getting into it, and then the rest of the night's a party. Yeah. So definitely don't want to work the events where you make 10 drinks all night, because that's just
true. I worked a couple of those, but it is what it is. As long as there's some good music playing, hey,
that's true.
I'm all for it.
Yeah,
I'm all for it. Play some good music. I'll stand there all night. Night. I'm getting paid regardless.
I'm sure you and Kim probably have the best events ever when you guys work together.
Actually, yes. There's a couple that I worked with her, and yeah, we're literally dancing the whole time.
If I had to pick like one or two people out of DFW that'd be the person to jump on the dance floor and do the wobble, both of y'all.
Boom, baby, for sure. If I don't get there first,
yeah.
If I don't get there first, what?
Hey, we just picked up an event we're working together in September. So
in September,
I'm excited about that. Yeah, 400 guests, so it's gonna be fun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I picked that up.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
See, I just be doing stuff.
There you go. Right,
I'm in there. Do you like a packed dance floor or a low key, chill kind of vibe where it's a couple of people out there doing their thing, and everybody's kind of laid back? But you like everybody going crazy on the floor?
I think when everyone's going crazy, it's better. But definitely love the parties where all of a sudden grandma's out there and she's just letting loose and
hitting that little two-step.
Hey, and one, like, to go back to express one of our core values just in our job is like have fun. One of our main core values is just have fun. So, and part of that is don't take yourself too seriously. So that is something that I really appreciate when I see in other people. Is like, look at them, like they're acting a fool. They got a tie on their head, like they're just acting stupid, but they're enjoying themselves and like
having a good time.
I mean, life's short, so you can't take yourself too seriously.
At all. I know I don't. At all. Until I need to.
Yeah. Never. There's moments, you gotta work hard, but then you also get to enjoy yourself too. But
hey, I work hard and hardly work at the same time.
That's the best way to be. Best way to be.
Okay, all day, every day. Do you have a favorite venue or type of guest that always makes your shift better?
Favorite venue or favorite type of guest? I don't know. As far as venue goes, my biggest thing is, do they have the right setup? Like, do they have that
setup like the bar?
Yeah, like an actual bar. I'm not serving off of a table. That's always a pain in the butt. By the end of the day, I mean, I'm not old, but then my back starts hurting. I'm like, man, I've been doing this the whole time making drinks. But then also like just space too. I mean, no one likes working in the back of a venue where you're butt to butt with the caterer and the cake person and the serving staff and all that. Before you know it, like, how do you even make those
Maneuver.
drinks? Yeah, exactly. So
Have you had to work that close up to other vendors like that?
I mean, it depends. I mean, ultimately, it's more so in the back of the building.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
But the thing is if it's super busy, like you're over here, like, I hope I don't hit you in the head with this case of beer while I'm coming around the corner.
Hey, if I do, my bad.
Hey, that's the service industry for you, right? As far as guests, I just enjoy the ones that they're there for the party, and they're, again, like, I think it goes back to not taking themselves too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
The people that come in and they're like, they get it. You also, I'm not a major fan of all the people that tell you, well, I've been in this industry too, so I get it. Those kind of tend to not necessarily, they say they've been there, but they haven't. And I don't necessarily want the person who tries to tell me what I'm doing kind of thing. But it's always nice to have that happy medium where they're like, oh, like, that's totally fine. Like, just give me the drink, or whatever the case is. Just there to enjoy the time. And they're there for a special event typically. So they're in good mood. So
Mm-hmm. It's a good time.
the chill guest is the one to have. Yeah.
I don't know why. I like the rowdy. I don't know. It's exciting. Maybe because I can be a little rowdy.
Yeah, I think they match your energy.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
The laid back chill stuff is all cool, but I'm just like, can somebody do a backflip or something? Let's get this thing rolling.
Or every single time they come up to the bar, they look different because they put a new pair of sunglasses on.
Or something. They didn't. Now the shirt's down to here, unbuttoned, like you said, tie on the head. I'm like, yes.
You ever see those like TikTok videos of like the progression of the night? Is like at 6 o'clock, we're over here just kind of casually like walking around looking at people. By 7, the music starts playing. You're sidestepping. By 8 o'clock, the shirt's coming down.
Sweating.
By 9 o'clock, you're getting a little crazy. Now you're pulling grandma on the floor, grandpa. By 10 o'clock, they've left, and you got the little kids that should be asleep, but they're out there on the floor. Yeah.
Yeah. Buddy.
That's always fun to watch.
Yeah.
It never fails. Never fails.
Well, I wouldn't know. I don't have TikTok.
Yeah. Well,
but thank you for that.
there you go.
Now I'm going to look for it.
There you got to.
All right. If you could bartend any event anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I would probably say the after party of the Super Bowl where my team has won. So I'm bartending. I mean, after the Super Bowl, they always have an after party for the winning and the losing team. I found that out this year, actually, because there were some videos out there of the Chiefs after they lost. They still had a little thing going because the party was already planned, right? DJ was already there, drinks are already there, food was already there. Man.
Anywhere in the world that you choose.
Man, I am a sports fanatic. Okay. And listen, even more so, the day when the Chargers win. I don't care what happens. Like I said, living in San Diego and California for 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what it takes. I mean, I'm going to start like donating organs if I got to for this. I mean, listen, to be out there and be in that environment.
Sell an organ is crazy, man.
Again, I'm a big sports person, but like you see these videos of like when the Lions almost made it to the Super Bowl last year. And there was just a video of like this 85-year-old man that has never seen the Lions make it to the Super Bowl. And he's telling this story in his wheelchair, showing pictures of when he was 18 at a game out in Detroit. And, I hope it doesn't take that long for me. But, hey, or it happens at all. But, when that happens, I'm gonna have to pull in and call in any favor that I could possibly have to make that happen. So we'll see what happens.
You know what? We're gonna claim it this year.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what we're gonna do.
Exactly.
Okay, because I would love to see you in that element.
Yeah.
I know you would probably go crazy. Okay?
I'd be a different person.
That's what I'm saying. A person I haven't seen. So
Yeah,
I would love to. Do you have any bucket list bartending moments?
As in, like, just like a certain situation, or kind of similar on the lines of like where you're at, or
Sure, all of that.
well, okay, so I'll pivot from from my unrealistic Super Bowl bartending aspirations, but I would say it would be really cool to uh, be bartending like in another country, like and just see how they interact and how they go about things. Because I feel like in America we're so unique with how we act, and I would love to be in a bartending setting where I don't know, like pick a country, Italy or something, and you're
And
just
see if the worlds are still the same, regardless of where you are.
yeah,
Like in
and
the world.
I think there's some things we're all human, so there'll be some things that are the same, but just to have an opportunity to do something like that would be really cool.
Yeah, I would love to see what their cocktails look like anywhere else.
And how they
in the
order
world.
them.
Yeah, how they order them, how they make them.
And how, like, do they also sometimes get out of control, or are they more like their wits about them?
Yeah.
Or, and then also how like the other bartenders, like how they bartend, So that would be interesting to see.
Yeah, for sure. Right on. Beyond bartending, are there any personal goals or side dreams you're chasing?
Man, I would
set in life right now. At least that's how you feel.
I mean, I would say we were talking about it before the podcast, but I mean, I'm only 26, and I've got
really
a while. Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah. So 26, I've got almost a 3-year-old. I got another one on the way coming in February. I feel like where I'm at in life, my life has been just a million miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm super blessed and fortunate. But I would say right now, I'm happy where I'm at. I get to do this on the side. I've got your typical Monday through Friday, see the wife and kids every single night. That's one thing that I'm grateful to not be in the formal just service industry is, I'm home by 5 or 6, get to hear my son scream when I come through the front door and like, oh my gosh, it's so precious. Now I would say that down the road, I'm content where I'm at, but down the road, I'd love to own my own business in some facet. And I think a lot of that is still just figuring out. Ultimately, I just love helping people and being a net positive in somebody's life. And whether that's making a drink or helping somebody find a job that turns out being long-term. Or, I mean, sometimes we have people that come in or people that come into our bar where you can't really change their day or change their life, but you can change their moment that they're having and kind of turn the frown upside down or
for that moment.
Yeah, and just give them that hope. And there's been plenty of people in my life that have helped me get through some tough things, and they may not have been feeling it, but they did it anyway.
They did it, yeah.
So long term, love to own a business in some way, shape, or form, even if it's just on the side, and then just help people.
Yeah, buddy. But right now, you're content. You're good.
Yeah,
you're happy.
Got a few more years at least.
Yeah,
see what happens.
Yeah, you're 26. Damn,
yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Jeez. I'm getting old.
Hey.
What's something about
age is a number?
bartending?
Age is a number.
Yeah, that's what I say.
Yeah.
That's what I say. All right. What's something bartending has taught you about people?
Man, that's a tough question. I would say just that it kind of more so than anything just reinforced for me that everybody has a different story. I mean, you hear it growing up and, you get told, take the opportunity to get to know somebody, but everybody has a different story and everybody reacts different ways. So I think just I've learned a lot and continue to learn about people that everybody's a little bit different. That's okay. It's so hard when you have like really strong tendencies in yourself to be okay with other people acting a certain way, talking a certain way, living a certain way. But ultimately, we're all people, and we all need to have quality and positive interactions with people. So I would say that I've just learned that everybody is different, and use that to your benefit and to the benefit of other people. So.
Yeah, just accept people for who they are.
Yeah.
Not rather y'all have y'all could relate or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Accept them. Accept them.
and be willing to have those conversations too when they come up. Because, of course, one of the biggest ways that people start talking about things they wouldn't is when they've had some drinks, right? So being able to level with somebody and then have a conversation, and you and I don't have to agree about everything, but we can agree to disagree. We can still shake hands. We can still go watch a movie, do different things. And it doesn't always have to be that deep,
At all. And all the emotions behind it.
Yeah. And it's okay to be passionate about things, but just, communicate clearly and then in love to other people, not just, I don't like that about you, or, you think wrong when you think about that, but it's not about that. It's just the connection, human connection.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy, just listen.
Yeah.
And if you have an opinion, state that. If not, move on.
Yeah. And
move on.
And I've been told before, state your case once, maybe twice if it needs to be reiterated. But after that, you're just politicking. Yeah. Right? You're not trying to come to a common ground. You just want people to hear my point, and agree with me. And that's just not going to happen. So nothing wrong with speaking your mind and being clear. But once you have reached that point where it's not changing, just let it go.
Drop it.
Let it go.
Would you like another beer?
Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What's something that it has taught you about yourself?
I would just say to slow down. It's really taught me to slow down and make that connection. So we're always busy. We're always trying to keep lines short, wait times down when it comes to different events we're working. But an extra 3 seconds is not going to kill you to smile, to look at the person, and then just make that intentional connection. Because I'm the kind of person that it's like, I've always been like, go, 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 let's get this done. My wife always tells me, like, sit down for a second. I'm like, no, I just take you through my regular Monday night. I get home, and then, we're going to have dinner, and then we need to do the dishes, and then we need to give Liam a bath, and then we need to make sure everything's set up for the night, for the next morning. And before you know it, it's like 9-10 o'clock, and you're like, well, I guess it's time to go to bed.
Yeah.
But hey, in reality, those dishes will be there in 30 minutes. So sit down, take that second. And then, of course, in the bartending world, take that extra couple seconds just to smile at somebody, compliment their dress, or, how they did their hair or whatever.
Because sometimes you can get caught up in the moment in bartending, especially if you're super busy, you got a lot going on. It's like you hardly ever look up and make that eye contact. And so that makes people on the other side sometimes feel some type of way, don't know how to take you, don't know how to read you. You know what I mean? Thinking you're upset or have an attitude, when in reality, you just got a lot going on. You know what I mean? So just to take a second, look up, like you said, smile, give them a little eye contact, and you're good to go.
Right. In reality, is if you have a line that's 30 people deep and you take an extra 2 seconds per person, that's a minute of your time.
Yeah.
And 1 minute is not going to kill anybody in that line. It's not going to kill you, but it could really change somebody's day.
Yeah, no, for sure. And people will let you know that too.
Yeah,
for sure. So with bartending, when you started bartending, when did you have that aha moment where it was more than just pouring drinks?
I would say probably within my first year or so of being with DFW, because when I was just bartending in the service industry, it was fun and everything, but I was also younger too, where it was for me, it was just how much I'm going to make tonight. And of course that's important, that's why we do it. Everyone's got to make money, but I think that the more that I got into different situations with DFW, because we don't just do weddings, we'll do weddings, we'll do quinces, we'll do house parties. I know we've done all sorts of different things. And every interaction that you have, again, you have the opportunity to make somebody's life better. But then also, the more that I've been in DFW, the more I've realized the connections you have and the connections and the people that you meet. When we work in the stadium, I've had, for me, because I'm a big sports guy, I've watched retired NFL quarterbacks walk past me. And I'm like, I watched you when I was 8, and
having a whole moment.
Yeah. And then I remember working a house party in Fort Worth where it was a a whole bunch of people from a previous presidential cabinet.
That's crazy.
You know, and they were just having like a party, like, and the candidate was running for office, and but they still needed people to serve their event. So it's definitely a lot more than just serving drinks, and you can take advantage of it for sure and get to know people. And life is about connections.
Yeah, but
who do you know? Who do you know?
Yeah, who do you know? Absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely something that I love about working for DFW is that you just never know where you're going to be, who you're going to meet, what you're going to come across. You know what I'm saying? It's always somewhere different, and I enjoy it, man.
You're constantly.
It's not just about just the weddings. It's also about what we do outside of those weddings as well, other events that we do. Yeah.
And you're constantly leaving that event, whatever event it is, thinking like, when I woke up this morning, I did not think it was going to go that way.
Right.
Could be good, could be bad, could be somebody you met, or even just a single interaction you had. But I also love that it's just never a dull moment. Never a dull moment.
Never. We always have new people joining the team, right? What advice would you give someone who's just starting with DFW Bartending?
I would say take everything in stride. Because when I started, I got lucky, and my first 3 events were like top notch. The people were great. The money was fantastic. I had almost 0 complaints. Then I had a couple of events where it was like, I didn't get a single dollar. Like, this really stinks. You know, I made my hourly, but and then I'm like, man, is it worth it? But then I think like anything in life, there's some things that you just do, kind of like when you work in the service industry. Sometimes you're going to have to work a couple morning shifts that suck and you didn't make any money, but you're still scheduled Friday night, Saturday night, and that's where you're going to make your money. So I think that the advice I would give is just, again, take everything in stride, one event at a time. You may not make a bunch of money on one event, but I promise you there's money in it, and there's opportunity in it. So one of the bartenders that my wife and I had referred as our sister-in-law, Kiana. I don't know if you've worked with Kiana or not, but
no, I haven't yet.
But her first event was chaos. It was one of those where we didn't provide anything, so there was like probably like 50 cases of soda, and it's like, you are not going to use that. And there was just so many things, and then they were doing root beer floats, and we were serving that out of the bar, and it was just chaos. It was chaos. And at the end of the event, she was like, I am never working another event again. There's just no way. And you can't blame her in that moment, right? Because, I mean, when you have an immediate expectation that kind of gets you're expecting one thing, you get another, it can be tough. But, hey, I mean, I think we're over a year now, and she worked an event last night, and she loves it. So
you just got to be patient, man. It's all hit or miss, you know?
Yeah.
Either you'll have, like you said, 3 straight good ones, then you got a couple of bad ones. Just go in there, be optimistic about it, and it can be a great turnout.
I mean, and it's just like going to the gym. You're not always going to have the best workout. You got to go in, you got to keep repeating the process, and it sucks almost every time. But then, like, there are weeks where afterwards you feel amazing, and you're like, this is why I do it. You know, so for new bartenders, that time will come when you're like, this is why I joined DFW Bartending. It's worth it. It's valuable.
Be patient.
Absolutely.
What do you
trust
wish,
the process?
Yeah, right. What do you wish you knew before your first shift?
Probably. So, I mean, I think working in the restaurant industry, you're used to everything like being like commercial grade, where it's supposed to be, like, you know, before your shift, exactly what to do. My very first event was in Ennis, and for people that don't bartend, they may not understand, but when you're using portable things like portable margarita machines and like portable like attachments for like a kegerator, those aren't the easiest to use, especially when you've got
a keg. It will break so easy, and now you got nothing but foam. Now the keg is ruined. Yeah,
and then you've got you're dealing, and then on top of that, if you got a busy event, okay, that machine's not keeping up. It will not keep. I promise you. And you know, instead of cracking a beer that takes a second, less, you're having to sit there and just pump and all that and then pour, and hopefully it turns out the way it's supposed to be. And I would say I wish that I would have been prepared for that, and I wasn't. And but again, it was still a good event. But you live and you learn.
Yeah, so, those cakes will stress you out. Every time I've seen a cake and I'm like, is that for us? I'm like, bruh.
Yep.
I'm gonna let y'all know right now.
We did not provide this.
You'll get about 4 good beers, and that's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all.
Yeah. So some things are meant for mobile bartending, and some things are not.
No.
In my opinion, those are some things that are tough. So if I'm ever asked if somebody's booking an event, whether it's through DFW or they're out of state and they're planning their wedding, they're like, well, we want to have frozen margaritas. I'm like, it's not worth it. Unless you're going to have like 50 people and they're casual drinkers, it might be.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have 250 people and they all want a frozen strawberry margarita, go out to Chili's afterwards.
Not go out to Chili's.
Go to the bar afterwards or something.
To the bar.
Yeah. So that can be tough.
What's your favorite thing about this job?
I think I mentioned it earlier, but just the connections you can make and the freedom that you have to be yourself and interact with people, and connections are everything. So, and it doesn't just have to be connections that are going to move you forward in life, but what connection can you make with somebody that can change their life?
Yeah.
And again, change the moment. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Love that. All righty. So we're gonna wrap it up, right? But before we do, we always do a little rapid fire. All right.
Let's do it.
So I'm gonna ask you a set of questions, and you just answer with the first thing that comes to mind. All right.
All right.
Let's do it.
For the overthinker, that'll be fun.
Just say whatever flows out, okay?
Right,
even if it doesn't make sense. Forget it. All right. First drink you ever made.
Probably a whiskey Coke, something basic like that.
Okay. Most underrated cocktail.
I think it used to be overrated, a screwdriver, but everyone used to get it. So now when somebody orders it, I'm like, oh wait, yeah, that is a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's a solid option, especially like on a hot day or something.
On a hot day, you want OJ?
Yeah. Citrus.
OJ on a hot day. I don't
course.
know.
When you think of orange juice, do you think of Christmas or do you think of hanging out?
I don't think of Christmas.
Okay,
so that's cold. I think of hanging out. I think of breakfast.
Okay, well there you go. Whatever.
So you got a screwdriver with a side of pancakes. Is what you're saying? Oh, that's almost like a breakfast shot if you think about it. Have you ever had a breakfast shot?
I have not.
What? It's amazing. It actually takes like pancakes, bacon.
Next time I'm in one of the acceptable places to drink that early, like an airport, I'm gonna ask them for one of those.
A breakfast shot?
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure they give you a piece of bacon with it. It's fire, bro. Okay. Weirdest thing a guest ever said to you?
Gosh, I don't know. Like, I think there has been a time where somebody is just like off the wall and they're like just asking you to do some crazy things, like, hey, like, let's go hang out after this event. And I'm like, I'm good.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. It's like no context. I haven't talked to you at all, and now you want me to go out to the bar. I'm good.
That's a little sus.
Yeah, a little weird.
Oh my gosh, what's your bartender hype song? That's a tough one.
Oh gosh. I don't know. In honor of Ozzy Osbourne, Crazy Train.
Okay.
Crazy Train.
R.I.P.
Be crazy.
That's still crazy. Him, Hulk Hogan.
One after the other.
Hey, man. All right. What's your go-to drink when you're off the clock?
All right. If it's a formal event or I'm just relaxing with friends, probably like a old fashioned, but not too sweet. I don't need all the extra stuff. A little bit of bitters, a little bit of simple, and just relax like that. But of course, if it's a summer day, you can't beat a light beer.
Your choice of light beer?
Yeah.
What's your choice?
Oh gosh, split a room. Probably either Coors Light or Michelob. Pretty basic.
My boy. No, that's right. Well, that was awesome. I appreciate that. Those were awesome answers. Thank you for coming out today. Thank you for hanging out with us, man. I hope you enjoyed yourself. You know what I'm saying? You brought the energies to laugh, and definitely that level wisdom. Okay. Yes,
Try.
sir. If you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave reviews, follow, all that good stuff. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok at DFW Bartending for all the behind the scenes shenanigans, cocktail intros, and updates on upcoming episodes. Till next time, stay savvy, stay sipping. Don't forget to tip your bartenders. Love, peace, and hair grease, baby. We are out.